Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where we review anything and everything. And today we are getting into another Lego floral set. Now, unlike the previous floral set I did, which was the bouquet of roses, it's a dozen roses, and it is called, from, if I'm not mistaken, the Ideals line, and it's known as um, the botanical line. I know it says botanical something in the heading. I forget exactly which. You could check back to the reference of the other video, but it's like the botanical line essentially. Now this one doesn't say that, but it's a floral set nonetheless. And in their smaller floral sets, they kind of tend to do this kind of yellow packaging. They have a two set stem rose. They have these right here are cherry blossoms that we're getting into right now. Set number 40725 with 430 pieces. Um, you have other various ones that come inside this, like sunflowers that come inside this little setup, just like this yellow box, yellow side on the box, maybe a background color with the flowers or plants being displayed. Um, Here you can see, I know the angle's a little bit off. Sorry about that. You can see a little display of it there. You can see a display of them here as well, including this that tells you like the full length of it, which is 13.92 inches, which is almost 14 inches. And essentially, this is the packaging that is for those kind of these kind of sets right here, this kind of small sets, even though they don't say botanical line or anything of that sort or the ideals line on them. So it's very interesting that they do a different types of box set. I guess they try to use the bigger ones as more quote unquote their premium line, even though you're still getting the same essential piece, but just in a smaller box. I do think they should have gone and made these similar to the larger box, like in the bouquet of roses that I have showed in the previous video, where it's all in black for the ideals line, and just made this a small, all black, same type of box design, ideals, but just in a smaller package. I guess they don't want to link that to such an affordable price. These right here go for somewhere between $14 and then on sale, like about $11 or $11.99, $14.99 on the regular price. So if you happen to catch them on sale, they're going to be somewhere in that range. And yeah, so that's my thoughts when it comes to that and the packaging. I definitely think the packaging should have been that black, same style as the bouquet of roses and all the other flowers that are part of the botanical line. But with that being said, nonetheless, once you get through the box, you're essentially getting the product that you want. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, that's not a big deal. Let's open this up. Now, as I mentioned before, I like to just use a knife on these because I like to preserve the box, even though you can use this little easy opening area where you poke into it with your finger, and then in theory it's supposed to just make it easy to open, but it's going to have that indentation in it. Or you could do it this way, which I thought was going to be easier, but nonetheless, and normally it is, but for some reason this time I had a little bit of trouble. It's all right, the box is still preserved. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily a need to keep the box, but I'm actually going to be giving this one away as a gift. Let's see how many packs come inside this. You've got, this is pack 1. This is package 2, package 3, package 4. Apparently, there's a lot in here. Package 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you have a lot of packages in here. It's a lot of little pieces in here. So this ends up being a very, I'm sure this is going to be a very painstaking build. So you got everything laid out there. This is the instruction manual here. Okay. So it definitely looks like it's going to be one of these kind of builds that actually takes a long time to kind of get through, just because it might be a little tedious with these small parts. What I also notice here too is that you have one of the flowers that are more pinkish, and then one is more white, a little bit of pink in the inside, but nonetheless, so it's giving you this double dynamic. Like I said, for the price that you pay for these, you could kind of get away with buying more than one if you want to kind of put, maybe four of them together. Or what's nice about them is you can get this to complement another set. So if you wanted to buy the two stem rose and you wanted to buy this, the two stem cherry blossom, maybe mix them and match them, you can do that. Create your own kind of design. Like I said, there's the other different flowers too, like the sunflower and a few other ones that I don't know off the top of my head. But essentially, you could kind of mix and match and put your little set together, or just buy these as a gift for somebody. And I think they work great for, I heard people referring to this for Mother's Day. But essentially, you know, um, I think what's great about this Lego flower line, this florist line, or however you want to call it, is that you have a lot of options to just kind of put something together and they last forever. They're a piece of art. So unlike just buying just a regular set of flowers for someone that's going to die eventually, these ones will always be around and look nice. And I think it's great. So I am going to pause the video now and build the whole setup. And then when I get back to you guys, we're going to have everything set up and ready to go to review. Catch you guys in a moment. Hey, you guys, welcome back. Now, having a chance to kind of look over a few things, I was able to correct myself with some of the things I previously mentioned. The floral line was called the Botanical Collection. I know I kind of got it right. And I said botanical, I think line or something of that sort. It's called the Botanical Collection. And then even though this one doesn't say that on the box, for the most part, most people consider it part of that same kind of lineage. But in addition, I said that the bouquet of flowers, I mean, the bouquet of roses that I reviewed before was the Ideals collection. I got that wrong. It's the Icons collection. So I just wanted to make sure that I corrected that, so that way if you guys were looking to purchase, you would know that, which line I'm referring to, even though it's not hard to find. So anyway, jumping into the review of this is the cherry blossoms. We're finally done putting them together. It really wasn't that hard, but once you build one, you get into the flow of it and you realize the second one becomes easier to build, but that's usually the case with any of them. It was the same with the roses. Once you build one rose, you kind of had an idea on building the rest a little bit easier. So here you could see this one comes in as the pink, with like the pink petals and whatnot. And this one is more with the white petals with some of the pink in the middle. And it's funny because actually driving the other day, I passed by a tree that had some of these and it looked nice. And I was realizing while I was in the process of building them that these are something that you commonly see around and they do look nice. I've taken photos of them before when I got into taking pictures of Floral back in the days. So they're definitely very nice to have. Like I said, they weren't that hard to put together. The price range on this, the regular price is about $15. The sale price is $12. So if you happen to catch it on sale, that's fine. If you don't, it's not that big of a difference, at least from the sale price I've seen. I don't know if it'll go cheaper than that, but it's definitely nice if you just want a quick, smaller set to kind of put together and you didn't want to get something super big. I think they work really great as gifts. Um, as gifts if you want to buy for someone, and the fact that they maintain forever, unlike real plants. And I'm not saying this as a way of a knock on real plants in terms of ones that are already cut like this, but they're a piece of art. It's this, these Lego flowers are considered a piece of art. So you're getting the aspect of having a flower that you could put in a vase or a vase, however you say it. And you get the bit, you get that positive of it being a piece of art, because it is. That's essentially what it is. I'm not to say all Lego is art, but when it's done in this way, that's what it is, for the purpose of display, not for play. And like I said, it makes a great gift. It makes a great gift, or just even for you to have in your home yourself. So we're going to change the angle and we're going to put it in this vase over here, and we're going to display it. Okay, now, unfortunately, I had to switch up the angle a little bit because getting this to display with the landscape landscape view was a little tough because it's getting more of the background than it is getting this, being that this is standing more vertically. So sorry about the camera angle change, but here you can see it's nicely displayed inside the vase. Now, if you have a decent, I really love this vase, the size of it, because I think it goes well with the roses, which I believe that I have that in the video review for the roses. If I don't, then I will attach. I'm going to attach one with the roses at the end of this, just so you can see how those look inside this. But here with the cherry blossoms, if you have a vase like this that's not too big, it very much suits for the fact that you just have these two. Now they have a lot going on at the top, and they kind of really fill up the space at the top, I feel. So it makes it not bad when it comes to displaying something like this. If you have like too big of a vase, then it's going to be um a lot of empty space, and this is going to be, moving around a lot. Of you, I have a really bigger vase that's made for, just a really big set of plants, and it's very tall, and the mouth opening on that is very wide. So that type, um, there would be a lot of empty space. So you want to have a nice vase to go with these sets. You can get this at the dollar store. I purchased this at the dollar store. But I say that to simply say that this type of two flower set, which most of the small ones that come in these kind of boxes, you'll have a two flower rose set, um, sunflower, and all the various ones. They come with two inside these sets right here that are about like $15. So I say that to say, when you're only getting two flowers, having the smaller vase really becomes essential because it allows it to kind of look more full rather than looking more empty. Now, you can always buy more than one set, and then it actually will go very well inside like a slightly bigger vase. This one right here, even though you could put an additional one in it, I kind of, because these are very bushy at the bottom, unlike the roses, where the roses are more heavy on top and on the bottom is just the stem. I would say that this would be a little bit challenging inside this type of vase setup. Give me one moment. I'm going to pause the video, and then I'm going to actually bring in maybe two roses just to see how it fits to add to it, so you can get an idea of, if you bought these, there is a rose set that has two flower roses in this box set like this. Another one that's like about $15. And maybe if you want to get the cherry blossom with the roses, you can mix it up. Now, the roses that I'm going to add to it is not from that rose set, but they're essentially about the same, so you get the idea. Okay, so these are the roses here, and I'm going to slide them in. You can see their stems are pretty long too, of the base before the plant starts, but obviously I think the cherry blossoms are a little bit longer, obviously. So here you can see that this little mix, adding a couple extra flowers into the mix, really allows it to kind of fill in even more if you want. So you can put combinations together, whichever work for you. Like I said, you can get 2 packs of the cherry blossoms. You could get the 2 flower rose pack with a cherry blossom, however you want to mix it up. I definitely would say that if you are going to go for um, the rose pack and the double rose pack, and if you're just buying the 2 roses, that's fine. But if you're going to end up going for, I'm going to remove these now. If you're going to end up going for, say, multiple of the 2 pack of the roses, I would then definitely recommend that you buy the bouquet of roses, the one I reviewed previously from the Botanical Icons set. The reason why is because, so I'm going to do the math right now real quick. I have a calculator in front of me. And so if you were to have, say, at the normal price of $15 for the roses, and this is going to apply for any set, if you just want to give them out as gifts and you want to maximize the money spent for just giving them out, because I recommended in a previous video that obviously, I said here you can give these out as a gift, but I had recommended for the bouquet of roses that come with so many roses, if you want to give them out to multiple family members and not just a full set, you can hand out individual roses to people as a gift. So that comes with 12 roses and 4 baby's breath. So I just want to do the math here, just in general, not trying to, extend this review into talking too much about the bouquet of roses, but I just want to give a sense of value. So if you have a 2-flower set, and it's of the rose one, and you divide that obviously by 2, you're paying about $7.50 per each rose. But now the normal price on the bouquet of roses, the big one, which is 12 roses, is $60 if you don't catch it on sale. And then if you were to divide that by 12, it ends up being $5 per rose. So if you're handing and including 4 baby breath you're getting with it. So I just say that to say, if you were to buy the 2 set of roses that are in this kind of package, but you planned on giving them out or utilizing them in different ways, I would say just get the bouquet of roses, and then you can kind of sort them out however you want. Keep 2 of them maybe for yourself, give out 2 of them to someone else, give out another 2 to someone else. So you can kind of mix it and match it for the value of giving it away. But these are great if you just know you're not trying to make a huge collection, but you want, especially when you're not getting the roses one, but obviously this is going to be the only cherry blossom one. So if you need a cherry blossom, this is what you're going to go for. Yeah. So as always, you guys, I really like the set. I definitely recommend it. I recommend the Floral line. I think it's a great line that they're doing. I think it's great for people to have these as art type of decorations in their house. And as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.